Tom Davis together with MASN Sports' Steve Melewski, and Steve covers the minor leagues on a regular basis. And you had to be happy, I would think, to see David Hess come up and see what he did this past Saturday.
It was exciting for him, Tom. I think it was exciting for the fans. And, one thing about a player that goes through most steps of the minors to make it to the majors, there are a lot of people that impact this kid along the way, coaches and managers. And here's the journey for David Hess. He signs in 2014 out of Tennessee Tech. Matt Marullo and Justin Lord, manager and pitching coach. The next year he goes to Frederick, Orlando Gomez, Kenny Steenstra. He advances to Bowie, where he meets manager Gary Kendall, and Alan Mills was the pitching coach then. Back at Bowie, Kendall and Steenstra. This year he started at Norfolk, Ron Johnson and Mike Griffin. And that's a really good list of baseball professionals there, from managers and pitching coaches who impacted David Hess, who obviously took the mound and gave up three-run homer that a fourth batter he faced. But then the poise he showed, the slider he's worked on, change up there, so effective. He throws 91 to 95, and the slider has really made some nice gains for him over the last few years. So what a day for David Hess. And Tom, it was cool for the coaches and managers and in several affiliates, but also the fans too, because they're like, hey, we saw him play at Harry Grove Stadium in Frederick a couple years ago. Now look what he's doing for the Orioles. So that's a neat thing.
And it's also nice to see these players come up through the farm system. And Keegan Aiken looks like he pushing also to get to the big leagues.
All right. Is he going to be next? I mean, this young left-hander, Keegan Aiken, the numbers he's putting up for Bowie, pretty special right now. This young man is throwing a fastball 91 to 95. He's got a slider, kind of a hard-breaking ball as his second pitch. His changeup has come a long way. Second-round draft pick out of Western Michigan, where he was the third-team All-American. His last 5 starts for the Bay Sox, he has pitched to an ERA of 1.48. And something that was really big for him, Tom, he went to the Arizona Fall League last fall, and he pitched well. He faced some top-level hitters, and he found out, I can get these guys out. And I think that was big for Keegan Aiken. The Orioles feel as well. He's made a lot of gains with his command this year. And this young man, I mean, he's knocking on the door a little bit here, doing a really great job for the Bay Sox, one of the Eastern League ERA leaders.
From pitching to position players, let's talk a little bit about Ryan Mountcastle. He had a spring training injury that's cost him some playing time.
He did, a hairline fracture in the right hand, but he is back now and back with the AA Bowie Bay Sox. And so you can see the scouting report on Ryan Mountcastle. I mean, he's got a plus bat speed. The power potential is big there. Last year in the minor leagues, he led every full season player with 48 doubles. No one hit more doubles last year in the minor leagues than Ryan Mountcastle. Very aggressive hitter. He's working on developing better pitch recognition, especially the breaking ball. As we know, Buck, when they sent him out this spring, he talked about wanting him to draw more walks. His defense, scouts are a wonder, can he stay at third base? The Orioles moved him from shortstop to third base last year, and so he just got to Bowie. He's only played about 5 or 6 games there. He started out hitting .412, 5 for 14, so he's off to a good start with the bat after the injury from mid-March.
When we feature some of these minor league players on the post-game show, it seems like there's a lot of them coming out of Delmarva. Tell us a little bit about Zach Jarrett, the outfielder.
It's a famous family for racing, not for baseball, but maybe Zach Jarrett is going to change that. This kid's doing a really nice job for the Delmarva Shorebirds. He's among the South Atlantic League homer and slugging leaders, and he was a 28th round draft pick last year out of UNC Charlotte, but he's hitting 300. OPS is about 900. He's got 7 home runs for the Shorebirds, and he is the son of Hall of Fame NASCAR driver Ned Jarrett and the grandson of Hall of Fame NASCAR driver. Ned is the grandfather, and Dale is the father of Zach Jarrett, who's making his own name for himself in a different sport. A scouting report shows the good raw power, as you see. He's made some real gains, Tom, in hitting the breaking ball since last year when he hit his .201 at Aberdeen. So you look at, he got drafted, and he really didn't put up big numbers last year, and he's starting to this year. Good, solid average corner outfielder, and they say he's got tremendous makeup and work ethic just off the charts. So you don't expect to see a 28th round draft pick doing that, but Zach Jarrett, it shows that racing and baseball runs in his family.
Always does a great job covering the minor leagues and the Orioles. Check him out on MASNsports.com. That's Steve Melewski.